Friday the 13th Part 2 is the second movie in the Friday the 13th franchise, and the first one to feature Voorhees as the main antagonist. He would go on to be the villain in the following sequels. And he proved to be a much more popular character than his mom, Mrs. Voorhees, who was the villain in the first movie. Betsy Palmer does have a cameo as Mrs. Voorhees in this one. And also at the beginning, it features Adrienne King returning as her character Alice. But they get when she's traumatized by the events of the first movie, and everything is shown during flashbacks, and then she is killed off by Jason, who comes back from the dead to avenge the death of his mother. So they did the same false protagonist trope that they did with the first movie, and then we're introduced to a new character named Jenny, who becomes the protagonist in this movie. The main plot of this movie is set 5 years after the events of the first movie, and the new character Jenny, her and a group of friends are getting a new job as camp counselors at Camp Crystal Lake. And when they get there, they're all goofing around, having fun, arm wrestling, making love, playing pranks on each other. One scene where this guy shoots his girlfriend in the butt with a slingshot. There's a lot of great attempts at comic relief in this movie, and it does make you chuckle at times. And and with the whole like final girl, final guy thing, like where don't know who's gonna survive at the end, you don't know who's gonna live or gonna die, and when the bad guy comes out to kill, they're cut off one by one, and the suspense gets to you, like, is this person gonna survive? Is this person gonna survive? And you're not really sure who the main protagonist is until the very end, the final showdown, when you see who survives, and like there's these characters you get to know when all the guys are having their conversations and getting the camp ready for the summer, and you get to know each character. Like there's this one guy whose name is Dave, and likes this girl named Mickey, and they're really close. And you think maybe these are going to be the final guy and final girl, but they're not. There's some of the people who get killed off. And also Jason, he doesn't use the trademark machete that he uses to kill people in all the sequels. He uses a he uses a pickaxe in the final showdown, and he uses other things as weapons to kill people. And he doesn't wear his trademark hockey mask either. He he saves that for the sequels too. I like how Jenny is like the South child psychologist who uses some of her psychology experience to try to calm Jason down when she runs into him at the end. And it works a little bit, but she doesn't completely get to him. He does still try to kill her. The kills in it are some of them are creative, but they're not too gory or graphic. I mean, they had to edit a lot out in order to avoid an NC-17 rating and get an R rating. But compare that to today, by today's standards, this movie would have probably gotten an R rating if they had left some of the stuff in and not edited it out. And the editing makes it very short. It's only 87 minutes long, but it is a good movie. And there's a weird thing like how a lot of times these slasher movies, a lot of the teenage characters will get murdered while they're in the middle of having sex. So that leads critics to think that these movies have like an anti-promiscuity or anti-premarital sex message in them, or I don't know, maybe it's just a stereotypical thing these teenage characters do in these movies. But I don't know, this is a good movie and a good way to introduce the Jason character. I give it two thumbs up. All right, that's it for now. Thank you and God bless. Bye.